Are you
I
being
want to talk to
attacked
you
by
real
a
quickly
spirit
about
of
the spirit
Jezebel?
of Jezebel. The spirit of Jezebel. So we know in the Bible there's a woman in the Bible called the Jezebel spirit. It's a woman in the Bible called Jezebel, but then there's a Jezebel spirit, because we see that this woman in 1 Kings 17, I believe, who was a killer of the prophets. She killed the prophets. She cut the head off. She silenced the voice of the prophets. She brings sexual immorality. She also is manipulation, control, idolatry. Those are the marks of the Jezebel spirit. And there's a lot of Jezebel spirits that are operating over churches. It's a false prophetic spirit. It's a false spirit connected to witchcraft. Religion partners with the Jezebel spirit. And you see it a lot in churches and leadership. You see it in politics. There's a Jezebel spirit that operates in politics. This spirit of Jezebel is a principality, but there's also foot soldier Jezebel spirits that operate in people, and the open door to having a Jezebel spirit is not being healed of trauma, not being healed of wounds of your past. So if you are a prophetic person and you have not been healed of the wounds of the past, you can open yourself up to operating in a Jezebel spirit. So you must get healed to break the powers of Jezebel. We see Jezebel operating in our nation, cutting off the voice of God, cutting off the prophetic voice of the Lord. We see Jezebel in manipulation in government, and Ahab spirits are always connected to the spirit of Jezebel, which I'm going to talk about next. So you got to watch that part 2. But we need to break hold and break the powers of Jezebel. If you discern that there's prophetic and impurity, then you see that there's a manipulation and controlling spirit, but in a leadership or in a person's life, they're controlling, manipulative, trying to bring you out of the destiny of God, trying to silence your voice, trying to stop your voice. That is the operation, that's signs and symptoms of a Jezebel spirit that must be broken.